So we're here today with Chris Bernard from the Sandpoint Golf Course. He is the Director of Operations, General Manager,
Director of Golf.
A little bit of everything. You
Yeah.
get all the hats on or whatever. Thanks for being here today.
Thanks, Scotty.
Now, if people are not familiar with Sandpoint Golf Course, they're probably familiar with Sandpoint, or they've heard a reference over the years to Sandpoint. But could you maybe explain sort of what that is and why there's been a bit of a change?
Well, the course has a lot of tradition, like 60 to 70 years. And what happened was our new ownership of Lynn and Robert Reed, when they bought it, Robert's father was one of the founding members also,
Right.
and it was Sandpoint back then. And just because we actually have some other golf courses in our empire, this more identifies as a Sandpoint, which is on the west side of our empire.
Perfect. So for people that always thought about the Armpire Golf Club,
Yep.
no, it's Sandpoint. That's what
It's
it is.
Sandpoint. And people used to refer to it
As Sandpoint.
as Sandpoint and Empire.
Yeah,
right?
and that is the local reference. I mean, people can think about it if they're in other parts of Ontario. They hear people talk about Ancaster, which is actually Hamilton Golf and Country
Yeah.
Club. So it's like a more traditional sense of, it happens in Ireland and all that areas too. They refer to it as the local name of where it is. So it makes perfect sense.
And we are in the community of Sandpoint.
It totally makes sense.
On the Ottawa River.
Yeah. So obviously for 2016, you had a big transition last year. New owner, as you said, for the golf course. You've come in, and can you explain maybe what people should expect now for the new ownership and 2016?
Well, now there's a lot more stability. Okay, the new ownership has been great. Like, we have got 60 new golf carts, brand new. We've done exclusive renovations to the clubhouse. The pro shop has moved. We've taken the old pro shop and made it into club storage. We've added all new restaurant equipment. We have the Greenside Tavern, which is fabulous with the food. The chef is Carrie Reed, and
I just had one of her cupcakes. It was awesome.
I know, it's great. And she's actually a family member of the owner. She's the daughter. And we're excited this year because we have this Ottawa City and District, which
Right.
is the A class, B class, and the ladies, which we're going to have our whole maintenance schedule. Everything is around that to make sure we're in great shape. What else have we done? We've done tons of improvements on the golf course. You'll see a few changes when you come back. We've taken out a lot of trees, straightened out some holes. We're going to get ready to rebuild some greens on the course. Just a couple that are a little bit over the years have lost their shape a little bit and got a little small.
Maybe describe the golf course a little bit for somebody who hasn't been there. I mean, obviously we're reaching a lot of different people in a lot of different areas, and maybe they haven't been to Sandpoint before. But I know for myself, I've enjoyed it. Casual rounds, tournament rounds, all sorts of things. But could you explain maybe some of the attraction of the golf course and what people kind of like about it?
One thing we're really pushing now is we're a public golf course and everybody's welcome. Because a lot of people even thought it was private. I would go, when I first started last summer, I would go into Tim Hortons and people would say, oh, but that's private. We've never been a private golf course. We're semi-private we have 285 members. The one thing about it is it's difficult to score if you're an accomplished player, but it's also easy to play if you're a beginner player. We only have 2 bodies of water on the whole course. One is on the short par.
I think I've been in one or two, well, probably both of them over the years.
The short par 3, number
Yeah.
2. It's 87 yards. Hardest par 4 in the city.
Drivable par 3, right?
Drivable par 3.
And now, obviously, you have some great views as well of the Ottawa River. You kind of look that way, but you guys have taken advantage of the views, I guess, a little bit as far as the views of the golf course with the clubhouse, with some renovations there, I guess.
Yes, we have, and we've taken out some trees along the side of the Ottawa River, which makes it great. The view now, we can actually see the river, where before we could see it in the spring and the fall, but not in the summer. And we've taken out enough trees on number 9, which we've reversed for number 9 now. Actually finishes at the clubhouse.
Okay. And I know, obviously, you're an accomplished teacher. You're well known as far as teaching. What are your plans as far as your academy and things that you're doing there?
We're still going to have the academy. I've had so much traction this weekend on that, where I've sort of, because I changed facilities last summer, a few people have lost me, and this weekend I've had a lot of traction.
They found you again. They know you're in Sandpoint. Okay.
And they're coming. And we're going to do junior clinics. We're going to do ladies beginner clinics again. We're working closely with a couple of the groups in the city where we're going to have the Ottawa Sun Scramble qualifier in May, and we're also having a bunch of Slammer Tour events.
So a big change as far as a change in the ownership, but still same great golf course with a lot of new improvements, a lot of services, very progressive. So if you haven't been to the golf course before, certainly get out there and see it for the first time. And if you haven't been there in a while, get back and see the changes. Make sure you have the cupcakes. So, thanks,
Thanks,
Chris.